Hi crafters, Louise here. Thank you for checking out this video. I am busting through my 100 pattern papers and I am loving it. So, pulling a paper from stash, what I'm trying to do is also in these videos, as I grow my YouTube channel, I am actively trying to show you different techniques and ways that you can use products and different things that you could possibly do. So today's focus is going to be on distress crayons. So you can see both of these pattern papers actually came from my 100 challenge. So I had a whole packet of wood grain layers and I'm going to use one of them for this particular scrap page. And then the background paper, so the white with the hearts, also came from that. So that's a really great starting point. I'm really enjoying the 100 pattern papers as it gives me a chance to get creative in so many different ways. So pulling a few different elements of stash, making sure that there are fun little techniques in here that you can follow along with, and it's even a multi-photo from me. I don't do multi-photo very often, so when I am and the mood strikes me, I've got to get that multi-photo done. And if it's a story and I've printed a few different sizes of the photos, then that makes it fun as well. So all right, here we go. I've mounted my photos, distressed the edges. The star stencil is going to form the Distress Crayon background, and I am using a water-soluble pencil. So I did initially reach for just a straight black pen, but I changed my mind and I come back to the water-soluble pencil because the black of the pencil will actually blend and move the color as I add the Distress Crayon. It'll actually blend that black into it, and so what that gives me is a chance to really darken up some of the edges of that color. So you'll see the effect as it moves. But yes, a water-soluble pencil can be your friend. Obviously, if you're going to add mediums and you don't want that black to move, then don't use water-soluble. But for me, I definitely want my mediums to move. So in this case, now I have not pre-prepped my background. I have not added any gessos or anything. I am coloring straight onto just the original paper. And you would have seen, if you were watching very carefully at the beginning, that this paper is actually from 2014. So it is 12 years old. It's been in the stash for a while. Time to get it busted with the 100 Pattern Papers Challenge. And if you haven't played along with that, definitely check it out on Facebook. I am finding my creativity has just grown and developed so much since I joined. And it's absolutely just, I'm cracking on with it, loving it. So you'll hear me talking about it because a lot of my creativity at the moment is coming from that 100 Pattern Papers challenge, where I just grab one off the stack and get creating. Okay, so mounted all my photos, I've stuck them together, I've added my title. I am going to go with sort of some teal kind of colors in my background, and as you watch me here, because I have not pre-prepared this background, I can actually just blend the Distress Crayon straight onto that paper. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the outside edges of the stars first and just blending with my finger. Now, I'm not using a wet finger, so you can, if you wanted your mediums to be a bit more watercolory, you can have a paintbrush, a wet paintbrush, or just a wet damp finger, and that will change the way the Distress Crayons move around on the page. But certainly for me, I'm just going around the outer edges with some crayon first. And can you see how this black water-soluble pencil just blends and kind of gives that really cool shadow onto those stars? And they are just so fun. I love my Distress Crayons. You know, if you've watched any of my YouTube videos, you would have seen me use Distress Crayons. They are, of all the Distress products, they are definitely my favorite. You know, I love my inks, but I really do love my crayons as well. And so I'm going to go and colour those in all the different teal colours that I have available to me, mixing it up with some blues. There's a really dark navy one in there as well. And we're going to come to a point where I'm going to add some watercolour over those backgrounds, because the color was good, but I would have liked it just to have a little bit of sparkle. And so I have this watercolor palette that I just picked up on Shein. It was super cheap, and I thought, yeah, let's have a crack at this. I love these teal colors. And practicing and having a bit of a look, the color didn't look great on top of the Distress Crayons. I go a bit heavier with the actual amount of the watercolor that I grab with my paintbrush, and just I don't think this adds a great deal, and if you looked at the layout directly you would miss this step, but just going over the top with a little bit of this watercolor, it's got a tiny little bit of shimmer in the watercolor itself, and you kind of get a little bit of that shimmer coming through when you look at the actual layout, but it's certainly not an essential step in terms of creating the page. All right, now I'm doing this while my chipboard pieces dry, so you can see I've black painted just some plain old chipboard pieces, again some stash stuff sitting around, trying to come up with different ways to use different elements. And quite honestly, I actually think this layout came together beautifully. I really like the chipboard, the black boldness. I think it matches in well with the hearts. Those stars look really great as well, even if you can't really see the shimmer until I've pointed it out to you. So yeah, I think, in terms of this particular page, it really came together well. And what I wanted to do is just to show you some Distress Crayon techniques, different ways that you could use them and play with them in this way, where we're not sort of coloring directly through a stencil, but we are using a stencil with our crayons to actually, to create that background. All right, so the final thing I needed here was just a few little sticker pieces. So my cluster looked great, but I had to go through my stash and really just finish off this with some light embellishing. I didn't want to cover up the background too much, so a little bit of light embellishing to finish. These memories for us don't require any journaling. I think I've told the story quite well, and that's going to be my layout share for you today. So I had fun with this. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please, if you did, leave a comment. I love to see them, and as always, happy scrapping.